Ever wondered how that crispy Peking duck ends up on your plate, or where those rich, flavorful duck eggs come from? Today, we're exploring the world of duck farming. Get ready to uncover the secrets behind a global industry that churns out a mind-boggling 100 billion eggs and 5 million tons of meat every single year. Incubation and hatching. Let's start at the beginning, the egg. Duck farmers don't leave things to chance. They use high-tech incubators to create the perfect environment for duck eggs to hatch. Picture this. Rows upon rows of eggs, each one a potential duckling nestled in warm incubators. The temperature, a cozy 99.5 degrees Fahrenheit, just right for duck eggs. Humidity levels are kept at a precise 55 to 65%. It's like a five-star hotel for eggs. But wait, there's more. Farmers don't just set it and forget it. They're constantly on egg patrol using a process called candling. They shine a bright light through each egg to check for signs of life. It's like duck ultrasound. After about 28 days of this pampering, tiny beaks start to peck through the shells. It's hatch day. Duckling daycare. Once our fluffy friends emerge, they need special care. Think of it as duckling daycare. For the first few weeks, ducklings need it hot, about 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Farmers gradually lower the temperature as the ducklings grow feathers. It's like a slow-motion thermostat. Food-wise, ducklings start with a high-protein feed. It's specially formulated to help them grow strong and healthy. Some farmers even add natural supplements like herbs to boost the ducklings' immune systems. But it's not all about food and warmth. Ducklings need space to waddle, splash, and, well, be ducks. Many farms provide shallow water sources for the ducklings to practice their swimming skills. It's duckling swimming lessons. Raising ducks for eggs. Now let's talk about the egg layers. Not all ducks are created equal when it comes to laying eggs. Breeds like the khaki Campbell and the Indian runner are the superstars of the egg-laying world. These ducks start laying eggs at about 4 to 7 months old. But here's the kicker, they can keep laying for years. Some ducks lay over 300 eggs a year. That's almost an egg a day. Farmers keep these egg-laying champions happy with a balanced diet rich in calcium. After all, making all those eggshells takes a lot of minerals. The ducks live in spacious barns with access to outdoor areas. Many farms use a free-range system, allowing ducks to roam and forage during the day. Happy ducks lay more eggs. Raising ducks for meat. But what about the ducks destined for dinner plates? That's a whole different ballgame. Meat ducks, like the hefty Peking breed, grow fast. Really fast. They can reach market weight in just 6 to 7 weeks. It's like they're on fast forward. Farmers feed these ducks a high-energy diet to support their rapid growth. It's carefully balanced to ensure the ducks grow healthy and strong. Space is crucial for meat ducks, too. They need room to move around to develop properly. Many farms use large, open barns with plenty of ventilation. The demand for duck meat is growing worldwide. From fancy restaurants to home kitchens, people are discovering the rich flavor of duck. It's not just for special occasions anymore. Challenges and sustainability. Now, duck farming isn't all smooth sailing. It comes with its fair share of challenges. Water usage is a big one. Ducks love water, but it takes a lot to keep their living areas clean. Some farms are getting creative, using recycling systems to reduce water waste. Space is another issue. Ducks need room to move, but land is often at a premium. Many farms are redesigning their layouts to make the most of available space while keeping the ducks comfortable. Animal welfare is always a hot topic. The best farms prioritize duck health and happiness, knowing that well-cared-for ducks produce better eggs and meat. Some farms are going the extra mile for sustainability. They're using duck waste as fertilizer, installing solar panels, and even growing some of their own feed. It's a duck-powered green revolution. Duck farming around the world. Duck farming isn't just big, it's global. China leads the pack, producing over 75% of the world's duck meat. That's a lot of Peking duck. But other countries are in on the action too. France is famous for its duck products, especially foie gras. The United States, while not a top producer, has a growing market for duck meat and eggs. The global duck industry is worth billions. In 2020, the duck meat market alone was valued at over $11 billion. That's a lot of duck dinners. From farm to table, all this farming leads to some seriously good eating. Duck is a star in cuisines around the world. In China, Peking duck is practically an art form. The crispy skin and tender meat have been delighting diners for centuries. France gives us confit de canard, duck cooked in its own fat until it's melt-in-your-mouth tender. And let's not forget about duck eggs. They're prized by bakers for their rich flavor and by chefs for their large, creamy yolks. From high-end restaurants to street food stalls, duck is making its mark on menus worldwide. The future of duck farming. As we look to the future, duck farming faces both challenges and opportunities. Balancing production with sustainability, meeting growing global demand while maintaining animal welfare, these are the puzzles farmers are working to solve. One thing's for sure, as long as people crave the rich flavor of duck meat and the creamy goodness of duck eggs, duck farming will continue to evolve and adapt. So there you have it, the world of duck farming laid bare. From tiny ducklings to global cuisine, it's an industry that touches more lives than you might think. Next time you bite into a juicy piece of duck or crack open a duck egg, remember the journey it took to get to your plate. It's not just a meal, it's a global adventure, one duck at a time. Ever wonder why goat milk isn't as popular as cow milk? You might think it's just about taste, but there's way more to this story. Get ready for some mind-blowing facts that'll change how you see your dairy aisle forever. Let's jump right in and see why goat milk isn't stealing the spotlight from cow milk. First up, it's all about familiarity. Most of us grew up drinking cow milk. It's what we know, what we're used to. Goat milk? Not so much. It's like when you try a new food for the first time. It might taste weird just because it's different. This familiarity factor is a huge reason why goat milk struggles to gain traction. But here's where it gets interesting. Did you know that more people around the world actually drink goat milk than cow milk? It's true. In many parts of Asia, Africa, and the Middle East, goat milk is the go-to choice. So why isn't it catching on in places like the US or Europe? One big reason is availability. Cow milk is everywhere. Every store, every coffee shop, goat milk, you might have to hunt for it. This limited availability means fewer people try it and fewer people buy it regularly. It's a cycle that's hard to break. Farmers are hesitant to produce more goat milk because there's less demand, but demand stays low because there's not enough supply. It's a classic chicken and egg problem. Now let's talk taste. Goat milk has a distinct flavor that some people love, and others, well, not so much. It's often described as goaty or tangy. This unique taste can be a turnoff for folks used to the milder flavor of cow milk. But here's a secret. The taste can vary a lot depending on how the goats are raised and what they eat. High-quality goat milk can be just as mild as cow milk. The taste issue goes deeper than just personal preference. It's also about how we use milk. Think about it. Cow milk is used in countless recipes, from baked goods to sauces. These recipes are designed with cow milk's flavor in mind. swap in goat milk, and suddenly your chocolate chip cookies taste different. This makes people less likely to use goat milk as an all-purpose ingredient. Cost is another factor that keeps goat milk from flying off the shelves. It's usually more expensive than cow milk. Why? It's simple math. Goats produce less milk than cows, which means farmers need more goats to get the same amount of milk. More animals mean more work and higher costs, which get passed on to consumers. A single cow can produce up to 8 gallons of milk a day, while a goat typically produces less than a gallon. That's a big difference. But wait, there's more to this story. Let's talk about big dairy for a minute. The cow milk industry is huge, with tons of money for marketing and lobbying. They've spent decades convincing us that cow milk is the best choice. Remember those "Got Milk" ads? That campaign cost millions and ran for years. Goat milk producers, they just can't compete with that kind of financial muscle. This marketing advantage plays out in stores too. Cow milk gets prime shelf space, eye-catching packaging, and frequent promotions. Goat milk often ends up tucked away in a corner if it's there at all. It's hard for goat milk to compete when it's not even in the game. Now you might be thinking, but isn't goat milk healthier? Well, it's complicated. Goat milk does have some health benefits. It's easier to digest for some people, especially those with mild lactose intolerance. The fat globules in goat milk are smaller than those in cow milk, which can make it easier on the stomach. It's also higher in certain nutrients like calcium and potassium. But here's the kicker. These health benefits aren't widely known. Most people just don't realize that goat milk could be a great alternative for them. Speaking of health, let's bust a myth. Some people think goat milk is less safe than cow milk. This is flat out wrong. Goat milk is just as safe when it's properly handled and pasteurized. But this misconception persists, keeping some folks from even trying it. It's a classic case of misinformation spreading faster than facts. There's also a cultural factor at play. In some places, goats are seen as poor man's cows. This stigma can make people less likely to choose goat milk, even if they might like it better. It's a perception problem that's hard to shake. This image issue extends to farming too. Some farmers might be hesitant to switch to goats because they're worried about how it'll look to their neighbors or the farming community. Now, let's talk about the future of goat milk. Despite all these challenges, things are starting to change. More people are becoming interested in alternative dairy products. They're looking for options that are easier to digest or that have a different nutritional profile. This could be goat milk's time to shine. Some clever farmers are finding ways to make goat milk more appealing. They're creating flavored goat milk cheeses, and even goat milk ice cream. These products are helping people discover goat milk in new and tasty ways. It's a smart move. By introducing goat milk in familiar forms, they're making it less intimidating for newcomers. There's also a growing interest in local and sustainable food. Goats are often seen as more environmentally friendly than cows. They need less land and can eat a wider variety of plants. As people become more eco-conscious, this could give goat milk a boost. Goats can thrive on land that's too rocky or hilly for cows, making them a great option for small-scale or urban farming. The rise of artisanal and craft foods is another trend that could benefit goat milk. As people seek out unique and traditional products, goat milk and goat cheese could find a new audience. This ties into the growing interest in food tourism and experiencing authentic local cuisines. Let's not forget about the global perspective. As our world becomes more connected, food trends from other cultures are spreading. This could lead to increased interest in goat milk as people learn about its popularity in other parts of the world. It's already happening with things like goat milk soap and skincare products. Another factor to consider is the rise of plant-based milk alternatives. While this might seem like more competition for goat milk, it could actually help. As people become more open to milk alternatives, they might be more willing to try goat milk too. It's all about expanding people's ideas of what milk can be. There is also the potential for innovation in goat farming. New technologies and breeding techniques could help increase milk production or improve the taste. This could make goat milk more competitive with cow milk in terms of price and flavor. Education will play a big role in the future of goat milk. As more people learn about its benefits and versatility, demand could grow. This is where social media and influencer marketing could make a big difference. A few viral videos or posts about goat milk could spark widespread interest. So what's the bottom line? Goat milk isn't as popular as cow milk for a bunch of reasons: familiarity, availability, taste, cost, and marketing. But things are changing. As more people learn about goat milk and try it in different forms, its popularity could grow. The key will be overcoming those initial barriers and getting people to give it a chance. The story of goat milk is far from over. In fact, it may be just beginning. The next time you visit your local farm or grocery store, goat milk might be front and center. But here's a question to ponder. Could goat milk ever completely replace cow milk? Stay tuned, because the world of dairy is changing, and goat milk just might be the next big thing. People have been consuming fish for thousands of years. In fact, ancient civilizations relied on fish as a primary food source and even used fish farming techniques. Today, fish farming is a massive industry, producing over 100 million tons of seafood annually. So, how do they do it? Fish farming, also known as aquaculture, begins with the careful selection and breeding of fish. The process starts in hatcheries, where eggs are collected from mature fish. These eggs are then fertilized and incubated in controlled environments to ensure optimal conditions for development. The goal is to produce healthy fry, which are young fish ready to be transferred to larger grow-out facilities. Once the fry reach a suitable size, they are moved to ponds, tanks, or sea cages, depending on the type of fish being farmed. These environments are meticulously managed to maintain water quality, temperature, and oxygen levels. The farmers use sophisticated monitoring systems to track these parameters and ensure the fish are growing in the best possible conditions. Proper nutrition is also crucial at this stage. Fish are fed a balanced diet that promotes rapid growth and robust health. This feed is often specially formulated to meet the dietary needs of different fish species. One of the key aspects of fish farming is sustainability. Modern fish farms aim to minimize their environmental impact by using water recirculation systems, reducing waste, and ensuring that their practices do not harm local ecosystems. Some farms even use integrated multi-trophic aquaculture, where different species are farmed together to create a balanced and sustainable ecosystem. As the fish grow, they are regularly monitored for health and growth rates. Farmers conduct periodic checks to ensure that the fish are developing properly and are free from diseases. This involves sampling and testing, and if any issues are detected, they are addressed promptly to prevent widespread problems. The harvesting process in fish farming is a critical step that requires precision and care. It begins when the fish reach their optimal size for market. At this point, farmers prepare for harvesting by ensuring all necessary equipment is in place and that the fish are in prime condition. Fish are typically harvested using nets or seine systems, which allow for the efficient capture of large quantities without causing undue stress or harm to the fish. The process often starts early in the morning when the water temperature is lower, which helps keep the fish calm. Once the nets are deployed, they are slowly drawn in, gradually gathering the fish towards the center. One of the primary concerns during harvesting is to minimize the time the fish spend out of water. Farmers use specialized equipment to quickly and humanely transfer the fish from the nets to tanks filled with water. This rapid transition helps maintain the quality and freshness of the fish. After the fish are collected, they are transported to the processing facility. Transportation is done with great care to ensure the fish remain healthy and unstressed. This often involves the use of aerated tanks or insulated containers that keep the fish in optimal conditions during the journey. At the processing facility, the fish undergo a series of checks to ensure they meet quality standards. Any fish that do not meet these standards are separated out to ensure only the best product reaches the market. This meticulous attention to detail is crucial for maintaining the reputation and reliability of the fish farm. Once the fish arrive at the processing facility, the real work begins. The first step is to ensure that the fish are thoroughly cleaned. They are placed on conveyor belts where they are rinsed with clean water to remove any debris or contaminants. This initial cleaning step is crucial for maintaining the quality and safety of the final product. Next, the fish are sorted based on size and species. This sorting process is essential because different types of fish require different processing techniques. The sorted fish are then moved to the gutting and filleting stations. Here, skilled workers and advanced machinery work together to efficiently remove the fish's internal organs and fillet the fish. Precision is key during this stage to maximize the yield and quality of the fillets. The filleted fish are then inspected for quality. Any fillets that do not meet the stringent quality standards are set aside. The high-quality fillets continue on the processing line where they undergo further cleaning and trimming. This ensures that each fillet is perfect before it moves on to the next stage. After trimming, the fillets are often flash frozen to lock in freshness. Flash freezing is a process where the fish are quickly frozen at extremely low temperatures. This method helps preserve the fish's texture, flavor, and nutritional value. Some fillets may also be vacuum packed to extend their shelf life and protect them from freezer burn. In addition to filleting, some fish are processed into other products such as fish sticks, fish cakes, or smoked fish. These products require additional steps such as breading, seasoning, or smoking. Each of these processes is carefully controlled to ensure consistent quality and flavor. Once the fish products are ready, they are packaged and labeled. Packaging is an important step as it protects the fish during transportation and provides consumers with essential information, such as the type of fish, its origin, and best before dates. The packaged fish are then stored in refrigerated units until they are ready to be shipped to markets and stores around the world. After the fish have been processed and packaged, the next crucial step is ensuring they reach consumers in the best possible condition. Packaging plays a vital role in this. The fish are placed in vacuum-sealed bags or airtight containers, which helps preserve their freshness and extend shelf life by preventing exposure to air and contaminants. In addition to vacuum sealing, some fish products are flash frozen to lock in their flavor and nutritional value. This rapid freezing method prevents ice crystals from forming, which can damage the fish's texture. Properly packaged fish are then labeled with important information, such as the type of fish, its origin, and expiration date, ensuring transparency and safety for consumers. Once packaged, the fish are stored in refrigerated units until they are ready for distribution. These refrigerated units maintain the optimal temperature to keep the fish fresh during storage and transport. Distribution involves a well-coordinated logistics network that includes refrigerated trucks and shipping containers, ensuring the fish remain at a consistent, safe temperature throughout their journey. The final step is delivering the fish to markets, grocery stores, and restaurants. This complex distribution system ensures that consumers receive high-quality, fresh fish, whether they are located near the coast or in inland areas. The dedication to maintaining quality from farm to table is evident in every step of the process. Fish farms play a crucial role in providing a reliable source of nutritious seafood while also supporting local economies and reducing pressure on wild fish populations. The dedication and expertise of those involved in this industry are evident in every aspect of the process, from maintaining optimal conditions for fish growth to implementing sustainable practices that protect our environment. As you enjoy your next seafood meal, take a moment to appreciate the journey that brought it to your plate. The fish farming industry is a testament to human ingenuity and commitment to providing high-quality, sustainable food for people around the world.